Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. In this video we are going to cover the deceptively small powerhouse of flavor that is garlic. We'll talk about the 3 different ways you can prepare it, and I'll cook it for you so you can see what you're looking for, and we'll compare it to the previous video of when I did the onions, just so you have an idea of what you're looking for moving forward. Let's get to it. When you start with your garlic, you need to remove its outer skin. If you just try to peel it away, you'll find it surprisingly tedious and not worth your time. There are 2 ways to help remove the skin that work, but they all ultimately center around pressure. First, you can press the garlic down with your hand until you feel it give slightly, or you can pound it down and remove the skin. This method is good for when you want to slice and dice your garlic, since it won't be damaged compared to other techniques. The other way is to place your knife blade against the garlic so that it runs parallel to your cutting board and apply pressure. You can do it softly or firmly depending on what you want to do with your garlic. Overall, it is easier to remove the skin when you press the garlic with a knife, but I sometimes feel like removing it with my hand. Unless you work in a professional kitchen, doing things your way is just fine, so find what feels natural but also safely functional. The first cut we're doing is a basic slice. Remove the root on the bottom and then cut straight across. I should have used a smaller knife, but I wanted to show you how your garlic will behave badly if you damage it for the wrong cut. This particular clove would have been perfect for a mince or perhaps a dice, but it breaks up in the middle and won't hold that nice even slice shape we're looking for. To avoid this problem, apply less pressure before removing the garlic skin. Next, we're going to do a seesaw mince. You can place the knife over the garlic and then slam your hand down, or I prefer to use an already flat implement like a spatula so I don't accidentally damage my blade over time. Once the garlic has been flattened, just rock your blade over its oozing corpse. Start in one direction and then do a second one at a 90-degree angle from the first. If you put your garlic pile back together after the first one, before your second, you'll get a better cut than if you leave things higgledy-piggledy. Now we'll do a dice, and I'll emphasize the importance of damaging your garlic appropriately when removing its skin. Like cutting an onion, you cut slices in one direction, then stack them up and cut again at 90 degrees. Let's do some cooking! I promise to use a heat source better than rubbing my hands together. Put a tablespoon of vegetable oil in a pan over a burner at 50% power. Garlic doesn't need to sweat water like onions do, so they take less time and a lower heat to caramelize. When your oil is hot, go ahead and put any cut garlic on it and make sure that it's coated. We want it to cook evenly and have a consistent flavor. Unlike when cooking onions, you can't really walk away and come back in a few minutes because it's likely your garlic will burn in that time. We'll just sit over my pan and take a look at what's happening. Arguably my oil should be a bit better dispersed, but it just so happens that my burner is not perfectly level. Adding too much oil to a pan will result in frying your garlic, which is desirable if you'd like to have a satisfactory crunch, but a lot of the time this is not the case. You want to keep the garlic moving as it cooks. This helps prevent burning and uneven cooking. My total time that this garlic spent cooking in this pan was 8 minutes. Forget about that whole clove of garlic? Well, hopefully not. Whole garlic has its uses, but is better suited for longer, slower cooks like soups, stews, or roasts. Personally, I very rarely use whole garlic. Perhaps the most important part of the video is right here. Which cut of garlic gives you the best flavor? Well, that depends, like everything else. Smashing the garlic when you prepare it helps it bleed out more of its garlicky goodness and results in a stronger flavor. Simply slicing or leaving it whole gives a much more subtle background flavor. The choice is yours, but either way, now you are armed with the knowledge to tackle garlic. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and leave a comment if there's anything you'd like to add or any questions I left unanswered. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Take care.